Welcome back to Ender Academy. Today, the left side of my brain pans are exploding, while the right side is contemplating the upcoming alchemy tutorial that I will be visiting upon your delicious brain pans that you yourself own and that hopefully are not exploding. That's enough of that. Welcome back to Ender Academy. Today, we are going to do alchemy, but first I wanted to show you I have finally built a house exactly where I said I would. Here is our lovely Ender Academy enclave, and here, in the side of the mountain, I have finally built a home for myself. So I no longer need to live in the horrible cliff face down there, and I'm getting frame lag. Let me just, real quick, go into my video settings. I've got to do it. Change it back to fast. I might change the leaf textures later to make this better. Anyways, this is my lovely home. I've got my desk. I've got Yorick and Tim and Gary here. I've got my records, record players. You may have noticed I have an antidote here in my inventory. Also, I have my fam guide because I need to turn vigil off a little bit. And I don't have any of my armor. Why would that be? Well, I can explain. See, off camera, in between the last episode and this episode, while I was building all this crazy stuff like that, and my aura nodes up there, and my library here, well, we got sort of a deadly virus. A heinous contagion swept through Ender Academy and killed most of the life forms around here. It was a pretty horrible situation. I was infected, I was dying over and over, so in a panic I put all my inventory down here in this chest. Even though I had the antidote in my inventory, unfortunately it is impossible to inoculate yourself against this virus, which, I might add, I got from eating a mana bean, because mana beans give you random potion effects, including from other mods, which is just the most ridiculous thing. But yeah. If you happen to have the ICBM mod installed, and you don't want to get a horrible virus, never eat mana beans. It's a terrible idea. But now we can get our inventory back from wherever the heck it is. It's in this chest. All this lovely stuff. Also, over here, I've finally built my ominous armor display room. It's not quite filled yet, but we've got all these suits of armor that we've been getting from the dungeons. I still don't know what these mage robes do, but apparently you can enchant them, so we will check that out in the future. And finally, up there, you might see a glorious little ring of light points that hasn't quite finished yet. I have started gathering aura nodes using those enchanted glass jars and putting them on little pedestals up here. Obviously, we only have 7 of 8, and unfortunately, this little guy right here, you can see it's on 2 Ordo and 2 Terra. This is the aura node that we accidentally released over there, so I needed to recapture it and put it over here. And that means that it has been weakened dramatically. It is now a fading node, which is very sad. So this is a lesson for all you thaumaturges out there. Don't move aura nodes multiple times. You will likely damage them and make them sad and impossible to regenerate. So I will need to put this somewhere else, retire it already. I'm so sorry for what I've done to you. So finally to the topic of this episode, alchemy. If you have watched my previous episodes, you'll see that I have covered it very, very briefly just with this little crucible right here, but today we're going to be getting into the good stuff because we finally have silver wood. Here we have our arcane furnace, which we're going to make another one of for test purposes. We're going to make arcane alembics. In fact, I'm going to change all of these crafting tables. Can I turn them? No, I need to do that with an actual table. Never mind. I'm such a noob. Okay. Let's start making all this stuff. We are going to do essentia distillation today, which is how you break down objects into their inherent separated essentia. It makes it a lot easier to perform alchemy, you don't get all the waste, and it's also going to be very necessary when we start doing arcane infusion, hopefully next episode. That will be fantastic. So, essentia distillation. You need your arcane alchemical furnace, an alchemical furnace, which I have over here. I'm going to go make another one real quick. I have plenty of iron because I went out mining with the kale hammer, and oh boy, is the kale hammer the best thing for mining with. It is utterly fantastic. Now, you will need a crucible as part of the recipe, so you can just set down a cauldron and hit it with your wand. Let me grab that again. Here we go. And you can just turn it into a crucible and then mine it up. There we go, easy peasy. Back into your inventory and use it as a crafting recipe.
The alchemical furnace is how you break down the actual objects into their components. We will also need an arcane alembic or 2 or 4, which require these filters, and these filters are the reason that we haven't been able to do this yet. Here we go, we've got 4 flux filters, plenty of vis left in this wand, that is excellent. Now we can make these into alembics, which I believe we will need buckets for. I'll just use the bucket. No, I'll need that bucket for refilling the tanks. There we go. So you will need iron buckets, you will need the filters, you will need a little bit of gold, and the rest, I believe, is iron. That should make an arcane alembic. There we go. I remembered the recipe. What do you know? 4 arcane alembics. Arcane alembics are what actually separates out the independent bits of essentia. Now, real quick, the difference between vis and essentia is vis is the ethereal magical energy that you contain in your wands and that you extract from these aura nodes. Essentia is the physical aspects of magic. It's what you get from alchemy, and it's a liquid. So, finally, we have arcane alembics. I'm going to put one right here. That, as you can see, is going into this jar. I believe that should fill it up, or maybe it won't. I don't know. Well, anyway, let's put these. These look way too cool to be in Minecraft. I'm sorry. They're a little out of place, but they have a lot of cool research in them. The alembic is empty. So, the idea of alembics, this entire setup, by the way, these stands that I've put all over here, I'm going to move. They're just temporary. Also, I need to replace the sandstone. But the idea of these alembics is, thank you, Vigil, for helping me out there, is that they separate out all the things that the alchemical furnaces break down for you. And you need to put warded jars underneath, is what it said, underneath these arcane alembics. But I'm not sure. Here in a second. Okay, so I think it should go beneath the spouts. I'm not exactly sure. Hopefully this works. Now this is Ender Academy, and you may be asking yourself, hey wait, are we supposed to be learning stuff, or is this him learning stuff? The answer to that question is both. We are all learning here together. Can it be any more sappy? I think it can, just wait. So now we are going to try to melt down some stuff into Essentia. I'm going to try a very basic bit of iron. Let's see how this works. Oh, and we need to power this furnace, obviously. I'll go get some coal. Later we'll be using aluminum to power it, but not just yet. There we are. I'm just glad that the virus hasn't kicked back in. That virus was horrific. It was especially horrific because Vigil here, as an ethereal fragment of my soul hanging over my shoulder, does not take any damage, so when he got the contagious virus, he acted as a permanent carrier that would just keep giving me the virus every single time I cured myself of it. And this is the only 2 antidote pills that I have left, because I don't even have any more seeds. Anyway, enough about that. We've got some coal in here. Let's break down this iron into Essentia. Now these should be filling with the Essentia very slowly, I think, and because I have Goggles of Revealing, hopefully I'll be able to see a little bit of what's in there. Or maybe I just right-click on it. The alembic is empty. Both of them are empty. Well, okay, that's fair enough. It's being slowly drawn up into it. I'm going to put some more iron in it. This is giving us the metallum. Metallum Essentia. Oh, it's automatically being put into this jar, so I was correct. It's dripping very slowly, you can see. Drip, drip, drip. Lovely. And now we've got metallum being stored in this jar. So what are we going to want to distill for our Essentia purposes? We want to make thaumium, which actually requires praecantatio, and I think I know what I'm going to distill praecantatio from. Blaze rods. If you build a blaze rod farm, oh my gosh, this is filled with smoke. There were a lot of explosions going down in my mine shaft, so I guess the smoke must have all filtered up here. I'll need to make some kind of ventilation system. This is a poor environmental setup here. Alright, where are my blaze rods? They should be here. How much praecantatio is in each? Only 2. Only 2. That will be a problem. Where can I get better praecantatio from? Other than great wood logs, I guess. I can get praecantatio from great wood logs, but that also gives me a lot of arbor. Ooh, man, look at all this delicious vis up here. Let me grab my wand. What am I missing in my wand? I'm missing air. This is the great thing about just having a battery of Vis nodes that you can draw from. I don't need to wander around the countryside at all. I can just draw from these, and they keep recharging themselves. They are fantastic. Excellent. Of course, you don't really need much in the way of Vis when you are doing alchemy, but no matter. So, oh, it's nighttime. I don't want a creeper to blow me up. This is another reason why I moved up here, so that the bed is... Hey! Out of my room. Only Vigil can... Oh, I forgot. The warded stones keep you in here. How did you even get in here? Did you spawn in my house? Well, you are just all manner of weird. Alright, I know what to do about this. I'm gonna make myself a Pokeball. Because that's just staying on topic with the whole alchemy thing, is making a Pokeball. Obviously, that's the way to go here. Let me just go inside. I think I have at least a bazillion gas tears from all my ghast hunting. There we are. And an Ender Pearl. Real quick, this is from the Mine Factory Reloaded mod, in case you wanted to know. Oh, well that doesn't work. Let me see here. What can I make with this? Oh, I got it backwards. It's 4 Ender Pearls. That's even cheaper, technically. Here we go. Put that there. There we are, a reusable safari net. That is just splendid. We will be able to use that to capture creatures at will and relocate them however we please. This is gonna be fun. I should really retexture this as a Pokeball, actually. That would be pretty nifty. Just have a Master Ball that I can do this whenever I want with. Here you go, Peck. Huh, gotcha. Is a Peck Forager, health 30. These guys are tough. I will release him out in the wild. There you go. Pleasure to meet you. Not really. Ow. Vigil, I think we missed there a little bit. Anyway, now I can finally sleep in peace. Whew. Another glorious morning. Vigil keeps watching me when I sleep. Keeps being creepy, but I've kind of gotten used to it. A little bit. So, how are we doing over here? We've got 64 metallum from all the iron that we smelted. That is excellent. Now here, I'm going to distill these blaze rods. That's going to give me 32 Praecantatio and 64 Ignis, probably in this jar right here. See, we're already getting Praecantatio. This is going to be excellent. Now, what are we actually going to make today with all of this stuff? We want to make Alumentum, which is Ignis, Perdicio, and Potentia. We want to make Thaumium, which is just Praecantatio. We want to make a bit of Magic Tallow, which is also Praecantatio. These ethereal blooms I can put on hold, luckily, because we have not found any tainted lands around here yet. But we also want to make, let's see, what do we want to make? Oh yeah, and we want to create all of the raw essentia that we'll need for crafting processes in some of these. As you can see, I have unlocked essentially every single piece of research in the entire Thaumanomicon. That's pretty much everything done, so that is excellent. What I'm really interested in is this thermostatic harness, which will allow us to fly. And this requires a lot of very interesting essences, which we will need to extract from things. Alright, how are we? Oh wait, it's that's not what I wanted. Let me get my files here. Where are my files? Where did I put them? They are not here. I need to go grab them. Files, or vials, I think they're pronounced files, are what you use. Where the heck did they go? I know I had some. Am I just being blind? They're not in my inventory. Where are they? That's so weird. Okay, that'll make enough arcane file. Oh, they were in my inventory the whole time? How did I not see that? I think should I edit that out of the video? I don't know, that was so stupid. I feel embarrassed now. Oh man. But hey, I am only Enderman human, not really human Enderman. So we all make mistakes. We all do stupid stuff. Can I even grab this out of here? I wonder why it did that. That's just very strange. Let's just grab some Precantatio out of here. I wonder if we can... There we go. You can pick up filled tanks safely, and I believe what we will be able to do is just transfer it directly into... No, that didn't work. Well, this is just all manner of peculiar. That is so dumb. I wonder why it did that. Oh well. Well, we'll figure out these jars later. We'll just stack them in the corner over here. Sit in the corner and think about what you've done to my productivity. But now we've got these lovely files of essentia. These files, once they are filled, they only have the essentia that's in them. They don't have any vacuous or vitreous or any of the glass type elements in them. It's all magic. So what can we do with the magic? Well, I believe we can make some thaumium finally. Produce our own thaumium. This will allow us to do 6 pieces of thaumium, so we will get that all set up in our inventory. Here we go, we just throw one of these in, ploosh, and 1, 2. There we go. Look at how easy that is. No materials lost, all it costs us is water, which is infinite. So now we can produce our own thaumium just like that. Excellent. Now unfortunately my version of Thaumcraft is very slightly outdated, so I don't have essentia pipes, which is very sad. If I had essentia pipes this would all be a lot easier, but I'm going to update in the future, one can only hope. Okay, let's put some redstone. How much of this do I actually want? There we go, that should be good enough. That'll be an even amount, which is what I wanted. We're actually going to do this one at a time so it doesn't get screwed up like it did the last time. That was very weird and uncommon. Okay, this is really messy. For some reason it keeps just putting it all in the wrong jars and unevenly distributing it. It's just an utter mess. What's in here? That's all precantatio. That's emptied out. So now we can grab another jar. Hopefully. There we go. That is potentia. Drip, 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 drip. Excellent. As long as you have amounts divisible by 8 in each jar, you will be able to completely empty or fill them with your files, because each of these files will take no more and no less than 8 of each kind of essentia. So we wanted potentia, we got it. We wanted ignis, we got it. We wanted perdicio. Boy, have we got it. That is fantastic. That is filled, that is empty. This is almost empty, and this is almost filled. There we go, another full jar of ignis. We've got so much fire essentia, just don't know what to do with it. Let's stick these on these. You know, these pedestals are actually pretty good for storing essentia, but we'll need them for the, whatchamacallit, the infusion process later on. Okay, we don't need the machina there for now. We are going to make ourselves some alumentum. Alumentum is a magical fuel that we can use to smelt things more quickly and also cause little bits of explosions. So it takes 3 of each of these, and coal or charcoal as the catalyst. We have coal in our inventory, so we'll use that. Now 3 times 8. I'm going to make 8 recipes of this. So we're going to need 3 vials of each kind of essentia. So it was ignis, it was perdicio, and it was potentia, I believe, but it's always good to double check. There we go, potentia. Thank you very much for your patronage. Now let's throw, oh my gosh, this is such a mess. Look at this. Such a travesty. Okay, so we're going to throw 1 of each vial in because we don't want to flood our cauldron over full. There we are, and now we can start getting... What? Why did that not give me alumentum? That was weird. Okay, is the order important? Maybe I need to do it like fire, perdicio, potentia, but see, I had all the right things in there, and then it just didn't work. So, I don't understand, and now it's going crazy, ladies and gentlemen. This thing is going insane. I don't know what to do anymore. Gimme alumentum. This is coal. You're supposed to give me the... dang it. What is happening here? Can I... Oh boy, I've just polluted everything. Why did it not give me elementum? I don't understand. I had all the correct essences in there. See, learning process for everyone, ladies and gentlemen. I have no clue why this is not working. But we will find out soon enough. I have no clue why it might be, but I'm going to try again. This time putting the essentia in the correct order. That might have something to do with it, but I don't know. I do not know. So the order that the Thaumanomicon specifically says is Ignis Perdicio Potentia. So let's try it that way. Boom, boom, boom. I didn't know that this would actually make a difference. Ignis Perdicio. That puts it backwards. Dang it. But we need to try. Why is this not working? Ignis Perdicio Potentia. And it says coal or charcoal. Coal, charcoal. As the catalyst to these things. Why on earth is this not working? And also, it's getting all uneven. This is quite clearly broken. If you happen to be less incompetent than I am at alchemy, leave a message in the comments to tell me what I'm missing here, because I quite clearly thought that I was doing this perfectly, and yet it is not working in my favor. So, how? Potentia Perdicio Ignis. Let's try it in this order then. Nope, still doesn't work. This is stupid and it's broken. There we go. I wasted so much essentia doing this. There's now so much flux in the atmosphere. I don't even know what it's going to be doing to me. Probably furious zombies will spawn in my sleep or something like that. Oh, speak of the undead devil. Hello. Yeah, you weren't a furious zombie. You were just a normal one. Well, I don't know why we can't make elementum, but that is just not happening in our favor, and now we're almost out of potentia, which is fantastic. So let's move on to something else. How about golemancy? Yeah, creating life. That seems like it will work just great. We are going to create, what do we want? We want something with upgrade possibilities. Let's see, we could make a flesh golem. Blech. Tallow golem? Maybe. I don't know. We should probably make a flesh golem. There we go. We will create a little monstrosity life form so that we can later have an automated farm. Sounds good. Ugh, that is all manner of gross. Let me real quickly analyze that with my thermometer. There we are. So, to make a flesh golem, we will need Humanus, Modus, and Spiritus. Humanus we will get from the very same rotten flesh that we will make the golem out of. Spiritus we will get out of ghast tears, funnily enough. Thinking we'll get Modus from trapdoors. That sounds just about right. Because each individual trapdoor has one Modus. 2, 4, 6, 8. There we go. Let us begin distilling! Over here we've got our ghast tears going. We've got 8 Mortis and 8 Spiritus up there. Where are they? Here they are. And here is our Modus. Alright. Now last time I tried to make something, it did not work. So I jumped ahead and decided to create life. I'm a madman! Here we go. We have, and just in case the order is actually important, which I doubt it is, because it never said anything about that in the book, I'll put it in so it's Spiritus, Modus, Humanus. There we go. So, Spiritus, Modus, Humanus, Flesh block. We did it! We have a flesh golem. That's gross. But of course we will also need to give it a core. A golem core. Now to make a core, we will need nitor and bricks, but then what kind of core do we want to give it? All of them are unlocked, so we have our choice. Harvest. We want this to be a harvest golem, so we will need mesis and meto. We will go get all the stuff we need. Okay, So I didn't know a better way of getting the harvest aspect than just breaking down a bunch of stone hoes, but luckily pumpkins are pure messis, or crop, so that will be fantastic. Also, hopefully, I will be able to put files of Essentia on these shelves. Excellent, because we do not need these files. By the way, to anyone using Thaumcraft, I would highly advise that you also install Bibliocraft. Bibliocraft is what puts in all of these bookshelves and potion shelves and things that I'm using. It is invaluable for storing all of your thaumic stuff. Okay, so now it is time to begin distilling all of the essentia that we need. We can make some nitor here directly from ingredients that we have in our inventory. Luckily, it is very easy to make. It's just 6 torches, 3 coal, and 2 glowstone as the catalyst makes a nice little bit of nitor. Bam, done. In our arcane work table, we can make all this fancy stuff into a golem animation core, which will essentially be the brain of our little golem that will drive it to do whatever it is that we're going to do. We will use alchemy to turn this into a harvest core. We're also going to want to make this golem a little bit more upgraded than normal, using an order upgrade, I believe. So that is pretty easy to make. We will go make one of those. I still can't wrap my head around why the Alimentum didn't work. I mean, it should have worked. It's so mysterious. It's just a little hiccup in my thaumic research, maybe. I don't know. Ooh, and speaking of thaumic research, we should research all these, because I am planning on adding in one more little addition to the mod pack in the future that will add more research that we will need. So this has our messis, which we will need. Here we go. This has our arbor, which we don't need. This has our, oh, that's our messis. That was meto, which was harvesting. So we got our meto. Messis, arbor, I will just sit on this shelf. Okay, so what is it to turn it into a, whatchamacallit, harvest core? We only need 5 of each. So what are we going to do with the excess essentia? I don't know, because I don't want to waste it. And what else can we do? No, that's an infusion recipe. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that excess stuff, so I guess it will just need to be somewhat wasted. Hopefully this will work. Yes, we have a harvest core. Now, what other upgrades would we want to give to this golem? Because I believe the harvest core, upgraded by the order thing, so it will replant the crops that it just harvested. I am also going to give it, let's see, more perceptive. That would be excellent. So it has a larger area of perception. Golemancy is one of the greatest parts of Thaumcraft, in case you haven't noticed, because you can customize your golems like never before to make them appropriate to specific situations and tasks. Golems are essentially Thaumcraft's automation force. Plus, they are utterly adorable. Okay, we are all prepped to make this harvest golem. We've got the flesh golem itself, we've got our sense upgrade, our order upgrade, and the harvest core. That will make a golem that is very perceptive and will harvest and replant crops. Only problem is, we don't have a farm, because my underground farm got annihilated. So I'm going to real quickly build a farm off camera. Psych! I'm actually going to do it on camera. Well, I don't know where all of our potatoes went, so we'll need to find more of those. I guess they got deleted when I moved into this new world. But now we've got the starts of our farm site up, so we can assemble this golem. Where? Oh, I left it in the wrong chest. Be right back. No, you don't! Whew! That was a close one. So I believe how this will work is I will just right-click the golem onto the chest. Here we go. It's currently inert because it does not have a core. I'm going to install its core first. Ka-chink! There you go, little golem. And guess what? You get an Ordo upgrade and a water upgrade. I'm not so sure about the placement of those upgrades, but what are you gonna do? Oh, well, I guess I'm gonna make these not crops because I'm clearly going to be jumping on and off of them all the time. There we go. So, what will your name be? I will name you Cindy! Cindy Mayweather. That's gonna be your name, and in fact, if you are going to be a golem of mine, you will need some class, because I will want classy golems. What would Cindy want? Obviously Cindy Mayweather needs a bow tie. And would a tiny little hat be good as well? Let's see. Yes, I'm going to give Cindy Mayweather a hat and a bow tie. Some classy attire for a classy golem. Here you go, Cindy. Have a bow tie and have an amazing top hat. Oh my gosh. This is the ultimate in golemancy. The ultimate farming golem. Now, I will just help you out here with bone meal so you don't get bored watching everything grow, and you can start working your literal magic. I see absolutely no negative consequences possible of naming my golem Cindy Mayweather and then setting it to do my menial tasks. I'm sure nothing bad will happen as a result whatsoever. Now here we go. Cindy is harvesting and replanting the carrots. Absolutely amazing. Left a few carrots on the ground, which means that I will need to make another golem to actually collect all of the stuff. Fantastic. But we will do that next episode because this has been going on long enough. You can see where we're going with this. We've got our alchemy covered. I'm going to try to figure out why the alimentum would not be made properly. We have ascension distillation, we have golemancy, and next episode we will start building our infusion altar up here on the ridge of the enclave. So until next episode, here from Ender Academy, with Vigil and I, adios. Whee! Ow.